Osman sisi ade ehunehuna o ena mudi hunehuna ye kwa musumo kwa ye engagement eni ade a na Brian ekwaye comment eni deputy youth organizer national was Brian opa on try what did it ne be frase yankwa na former president John Dramani Mahama said national youth organizer can be authority.
Let me say over the weekend, so many things happened. Let me say MPP for your walk and NDC for so your walk, and I believe that this is the first time the NDC my walk so far as yes, especially during this festive season.
Walk.
Yeah, walk.
MPP for ni be say the former president say Atari o say na say wan ko work ni ade.
The work ni the nipa 291 e buy.
Let me say Minya hide. Bronibeka say he doesn't know how to count because he share pictures no cramp. I want to catch him say 291 e buy. But of course for the purposes of propaganda and also to tickle himself. Bronibeka say you want to tickle yourself and laugh. Just say one kasa ope say ogugo hone so that obe stress say oh we there say next year.
Osman brand say kaka brand say.
Yes, so let say almost the MPP almost said this time around they have lost it, so they want to tickle themselves and laugh at the same time. They say I don't know crampo and yes, oh, ekoye kama. If you see the numbers, we share pictures. And one who said this was a well organized, beautiful work coming from the Eastern Regional Executives and also from the youth wing of the party. You know, in me per se, me the asidake sekoma, especially the Eastern Regional Executives, and every youth every Accra from any part of the country. I know akasa den sika bottom kutia for lorry for eba joining a walk no. I want to congratulate and thank everyone who was able to do that because Yambasi Obiai who say it was a natural crowd. They came with their own money.
And the before the bus by
me say bus Pacho Miniaba who buses on crap who say yes power near is soon me say oh that's right. But only say artificial crowd there, maybe, but it's not about artificial crowd. It's about say people will naturally gravitate towards what is about to happen because they know him say BBC, and I be by 7 December now they be seen very fake. So most importantly, no, you call your work no. Okay, say a day before that program, no, now so as National Youth Wing of the NDC, no, you be a ultra modern office. I say we are going to
I've heard about it.
We are going to operate from that office so far as data is concerned, volunteerism, etc. Even though we have an office at the headquarters now, in other jurisdictions, no one say the youth maybe no almost say you are semi-autonomous. Oh yeah, we be out. I think you should.
Internet what can I say? Boys they will work on the social media.
Yeah, we be out. I think you can pay us a visit anytime you are free. I'll take you through. And
volunteer work no more yana sambuti
volunteer work there, but of course volunteer work as and when say and say you have something to give to the volunteers, you are free to support because we are still calling on everyone who is willing and able to support. Say the guys there are not working, they are volunteers. So if you have the wherewithal, Bonibeka say if you have the money to support, because it's all about volunteerism, you can come and support. So who say maybe no more Ghana, and so many people have applied to even just come and do the volunteerism work for free. And I say, oh, no problem. And some who are even volunteering are well to do, are almost so once a while, they even give their colleagues some transportation. Rebecca said their fingers are not the same. So, Obi or a doctor, after working hours, now about a volunteerism for maybe 2-3 hours. Or maybe I'll wait mama something small, say, oh, Mufama, at least, so that they'll be able to continue with the volunteerism. So, Oba, the unveiling of your ultra modern office, and okay, say this time around, no, it is going to be a government for the youth, by the youth, and with the youth. Just when he's made president, come 7th December 2024, and like I say, he's going to have the most youthful cabinets in the history of Ghana. Just say, you are the ones who are going to make up the cabinet of the next NDC administration.
The 50 ministers.
60. Yes, the 60 ministers.
He said 60.
Yes, he said 60.
Said 50.
Yes. So he's going to have the most youthful cabinet. And it's not about say, yes, we him said there's wisdom in old age. But if you read about the youth, I only say the youth are not just the future, but we are the present of the day. So the BIS say the youth are the future, the youth are the future. We will now be able to go through 50 years, tell our more catch and say the youth is the future. It's not about say we'll put old men there and they will now be telling us that, oh, hold on, and I said the place is full, etc. Your youth, you still need to learn. The best place to learn is when you are put on the job. So whilst you're doing the job, you learn on the job. So John Dramani Mahama said he's going to make sure say you have the most youthful cabinet, and that in itself is a very laudable promise. We have to congratulate His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. So that was the first thing he oka ewo kweuno. The next thing oka kweuno was about the fact say if you even just look closely within Kweuno, there has been so many abandoned projects, especially the Abetifi Hospital. And the Abetifi Hospital was a hospital that was started by John Dramani Mahama with funding from UK NMS. So Okaya, aside from Abetifi, there are about 5 other hospitals. So Okaya said Dodo
also 75% complete as it was leaving.
Yes, Okaya said Dodo a commission Dodo before we left office. I think there was Bekwai, there was Kweu, there was one in I think Garu, Bupe. So there are about 7 hospitals that we started in 20. Yes, Kumewu. Thank you very much. Thank you for the correction. Yeah. So we had, I think there were about 6 hospitals we put together, and they were all being constructed at the same time. But you say, of course, you have different contractors. They will move at different pace, even though you hope said they will complete them. So his question was that why is the Abetifi Hospital still not completed? And it's because from 2015 to date, that's 8 years. And the hospital has not been completed because as soon as MPP buy power and we carry power, almost say, oh, okay, say almost all government contract, almost say they are doing audit for money, value for money auditing. Just almost auditing, I should say, has there been anything untoward so far as the pricing, so far as the process for awarding the contracts are concerned? Okay, I say all the road contracts, no, Cocoa Roads, Nina, they put everything on hold for 2-3 years in the name of auditing. At the end of the day, and at the end of the day, too, the prices of the contract went up due to variation and fluctuation. Because if you halt a contract for 2 years, and I want to manage economy year, and prices of goods and services goes up, invariably it affects the price of the contract. Because if the contractor was buying cement at 50 cedis and you halt the contract for 2 years, and within that 2 years the price of cement now goes up to 70 cedis, if you tell him to go back, say Uncle Jumana, but what means just calculating the fluctuations because prices have changed, and it wasn't him or delay in executing the contract. One now catch and say hold on with the construction of the project. So His Excellency was very sad. If I say at least for Abetifi Hospital, by now it should have been completed. Coming from the stronghold of MPP, because every time Abetifi the MPP that way. In 2021, residents of Abetifi come with a demonstration concerning that hospital, said they must complete their hospital. So it is not just that we were interested in saying it, but we realized that the people of Abetifi, they also deserve better. And I expected their member of parliament, who has been minister for the past 7 years, going 8 years, should have been able to push to make sure, say, that hospital would have been completed. But Mekai 2 years, Mekai in 2 years ago, I'll come to him. Mekai in 2 years ago, almost called demonstration. Now say, oh, they are doing value for money auditing, and they are done with the value for money auditing, and the construction of the hospital was going to commence the previous year. If I said they had finished the auditing the previous year, and they were going to commence it, and that was in 2021.
But
meaning that,
but we just got to her.
Yes, all the projects. Maybe the most unfortunate thing, the minister or the MP for that area, was that the money that was meant for the hospital, or say we use that money to go and do or say feasibility studies, or say that be feasibility studies to see if we can win the elections. And I say, so when him says can say we didn't use it for its right purpose, you can go after the people who didn't use the money for its right purpose. because you came out to say that yes, we had the money, but we didn't use the money for the hospital. We used the money for other things. The people are still alive. If you have the documents, go after them. The laws are there, so you cannot just decide to give a response. Excuse me, Sebi. It is quite disrespectful to the people of Abetifi for you being an MP and a minister at the time, and being a minister for national security at the time, to just come out and say, oh, NDC, yes, they had the money, no, but they used the money for 2016 election. Sebi, let me say it was an insult to the people.
So why are you
Abetifi.
threatening Brian Champo?
We'll come to Brian Champo.
Come there.
Tell me there, may come Abetifi. Because I'm interested in the hospital.
What can hospital name?
I can't. Oh yes, me can no wasem. Me say we need to understand.
But your hospital no move free or not how many percent?
Hospital no, we free or it was around 70% from the reports we had.
According to
from the
statistics,
reports, yes, from the reports.
It's about 35.
Especially in the case of in the case of Kumawu,
in different hospitals. No, but different locations had different percentages of completion. You said Dodowa, we finished Dodowa. You go to them, every location had different. Every location had
how many percent?
Yeah. Based on our calculation, we said it was 75%, but they are saying it's 35. Yes, their statistics is saying it's 35. Be as it may, be as it may. Yeah, the crowd said it was even 20 or even 10% completed. Why haven't you completed the hospital after 7 years? You haven't completed the hospital. Yes.
Let's go.